Alright, welcome back. Last time, I fought a war against England, and I won. So I ended up in the peace deal conquering all the way to, well, plausible divergences of darkness borders for Tawantinsuyu. And now I'm reaping the consequences. Take a look at all these rebel factions. And there were also more that have the recent rebellion debuff. Modifier, I guess. I've also managed to hit Gentry, so that's great. And I may be able to someday get freeholding. At the very least, the power of the Gentry is stable. Huh. So that might be from recently married the Gentry consort, just to get them to be a little less peeved off. And right now, I'm just sitting around, letting these people drill, to build up drill, and preparing for what might end up being a counterattack. English-French Imperialist War. Oh, so advanced CVs are coming up. I'm not sure what Diplotech England has though. 48. Oh. So fairly soonish. It's possible to get the Imperialism gases belly. Anyway, now that I've conquered this one province with global trade, as commercialization spreads around, I will get more and more provinces with global trade. It's going to be horrendously slow. Yes, but I'll get it eventually. I hate how slow this is. It's just atrocious. Oh well. For now, I can push past the penalty for now. Additionally, it does affect my average non-overseas autonomy, as well as stability, all these conquests. And my state reach. So that's fun. In fact, I've gone ahead and started to expand the bureaucracy, so that I can hopefully get enough to start doing some real reforms. It's also why I have quality advisors now, in order to try to get as many points as I can. So that the penalty isn't that bad. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, I still need to continue to expand the bureaucracy. Aristocratic faction gets them to be happier. So that I can probably tone down on the prestigious diplomacy. Is there anything else? Not really. Not at the moment, anyway. Improvised bayonets. Oh. Guess I definitely should grab the quadrant then. Okay, improvised bayonets. Land morale plus 0.2, infantry shock plus 0.05, artillery shock plus 0.09, enables regimental guns. the Quadrant. Naval Force Limit plus 5%. Unlocks So Discontent. Hooray. Max colonial range plus 50. Trade range plus 100. Keep it light. Do have to be somewhat careful though. I don't want to go into yeah, a battle with a terrain disadvantage. In fact, I probably should pick up more Miltech. Socketed bayonets. Land morale plus 0.2, maneuver plus 10%, infantry shock plus 0.1, artillery shock plus 0.09, dog lock muskets. And I'm getting ahead of time now. Huh. Cavalry fire plus 0.12, artillery fire plus 0.8, cavalry shock plus 0.2, enables carabiner, well, a bunch of new unit types. Which I'm leery of using right now. I'll wait until the situation is a bit more stable up here in the north, before swapping unit types. This stack will stay down here, just in case anything silly happens. That requires an intervention. Nationalism and industrialization are both starting to have an impact on tech costs. Yep. Definitely going to need. Ooh, fractional banking allows clients to rates and advanced CVs. Trade efficiency plus 2% enables frigate-built ships. Yeah, that's it. Sadly, state reach is still just a bit too low, so I'm going to need to continue expanding bureaucracy again. I think I will do a minor reform though. Yeah, let's drop prestigious diplomacy. The aristocratic faction again, and some unpopular relative. Promote support commerce. Perform a show of devotion. And yeah, for the duration of the war, I probably should maintain the grain dole. And also after the war, because of course, things will go wrong if I don't. I do wonder how gentry powers do. Eh. Apparently, the preferred resting point is below 50%, which is nice. Soon they will become actually weaker than the burghers. So we'll grab an attack or two. School teachers, elite corruption minus 0.02. Ooh. Rationalism. Urban production efficiency plus 1%. Anyway, let's continue on with the war. Where's everyone headed? To Pachaka. Wow. Have I already maxed out war score from battles? Yes, 50. I guess that's as far as I'm going to get without waiting on ticking war score each war. The only thing I could do is, just wait. There's just 3k stacks here. Just wait a bit for war enthusiasm to go down. That's pretty much the only thing I can do. Should really fabricate claims before grabbing any province, at least from here. The inland jungles don't really matter though. They're not particularly high def, so. Well, if I win another couple battles, I might be able to get a bit more cash off of them. That would have to specifically be English troops. I have it. I'm sure that has the most effect. Oh, right! These two provinces are just enough for me to embrace global trade. I won't get a good opportunity anytime later, so... Oh, it's expensive though. It's expensive, but that makes tax so much cheaper. Permanent Navy. Naval Force Limit plus 5%, Global Naval Engagement with plus 5%, Trade Range plus 80, Naval Morale plus 0.5, enables the Pacific. Royal Absolutism. Stability cost interval minus 1%, as well as boost to resources size somewhere. Anyway, scientific journals, maximum extraction resources size plus 5%, and another idea group. Judicial independence, stability cost interval minus 1%. Habeas corpus? I think I'm gonna read on the admin idea group. So I think I'll just go with military idea group. So yeah, I've got so many mill points. Experiments with paper money, global ship trade power plus 4%, may sabotage reputation, trade efficiency plus 2%. Property insurance. Max colonial range plus 100, trade efficiency plus 2%, national bank. Naval force limit plus 5%, civil growth plus 4. That should be good enough with the Diplotech. Admin... I think I'm gonna save the admin points for later. I will grab Miltech. Pikes retired. Combat with plus 2, infantry fire plus 0.1, artillery shock plus 0.1, can now build a fortress. And now I'm once again ahead of time in Miltech, so... I will get plus 1 yearly army tradition, which will help make sure that it stays at the maximum value. So long as I have people drilling, of course. I think I'll take logistics ideas. Right. Management. The first thing a novice quartermaster learns is that there is more to logistics than moving supplies from one place to another. Even once they have arrived, it is essential that one monitor and regulate their usage by way of rationing, as well as optimizing the timing of meals to make each one go further. All attrition minus 15%. Procurement. How does a weapon get into the hands of the soldier? True, they pick it up, but first the need for it must be noted, then it must be requested, manufactured, packed, moved, and then accounted for. Only once we have done this may the soldier receive it, and fulfill their end of the bargain. Shipbuilding and recruitment time minus 10%, reinforced speed and global ship repair plus 10%. Lines of supply. For areas of strategic importance, it is worth cultivating routes along which the delivery of supplies and troops might be accelerated. The economic benefits are a convenient side effect. Pathing and harborage infrastructure cost minus 10%. National supply limit plus 20%. Necessary precautions. Our understanding of troop movements and supply gives us insight into the best ways to hinder both. While of course it is preferable to not let your enemy into your territory, it would be foolish of us not to undermine the enemy's use of that which we ourselves rely on in our own invasions. Garrison infrastructure cost minus 5%, attrition for enemies plus 1. Unexpected dividends. Sometimes benefits accrue that one did not anticipate. In logistical planning, this is a disturbingly regular occurrence. With more rigorous accounting for inventory, the frequency with which munitions and payments go missing drops a suspicious amount. Manpower training cost modifier minus 10%. Portable supply. A concerted effort at making provisions suitable for individual transport makes the entire logistical process easier, and reduces constant reliance on slow supply trains and pack animals. Envoy travel time minus 10%, movement speed plus 15%. And civil effort. Admittedly, not anything a good general would rely on. Civil assistance should nevertheless not be turned away when one can afford the time required to make it useful. This is rarely truer than it is in a garrison, when troops are often quartered alongside civilians anyway. Fort maintenance minus 20%. And as a finisher bonus, national garrison growth plus 10%. And, also, postal service, which reduces autonomy slightly in all provinces. I'll drop centralized estate, don't really need it. My centralization is unlikely to go any higher, so... I may drop aggressive policing at some point, but for now I still kinda need it. Especially considering the sheer quantity of separatists that are sitting in these provinces and the number of jungle fanatics in these provinces. Conquest certainly makes it so that it takes its time to, well, yeah, take control over it. Okay, I should be able to promote the bureaucratic faction. Yeah, it should be enough influence. 42, okay. I don't have a bureaucratic advisor, so I can't do that just yet, but it's not that important. I can now do any of these reforms except for depoliticizing the civil service, because that takes 50 bureaucratic influence. Ugh. That is quite a bit. Anyway, enact some provincial reform, and of course, reform sovereign law. This is insanely expensive in loyalty, in case it wasn't obvious. Reform bureaucratic hierarchies, which doesn't actually cost any loyalty, which is good. Expand powers of oversight officials. That is enough for now. I would otherwise lose way too much stability and loyalty. I can't do anything there. But here, I can provide tax relief and lavishly endow the church. Provide temporary tax relief in order to work towards getting my stability back up. Well, after that burst of reforms, I can safely say that bureaucrat corruption is now maxed out. Yeah, but at least it will rapidly reduce once laws start properly taking things into effect. Recall corrupt officials. I've managed to embrace global trade thanks to, well, the old Muisca provinces, which are very high dev, and both happen to have the very important institution. All that's next is nationalism and industrialization. Neither of which are available at the moment, which is quite nice. Although, actually technically I could get to there, but admin tech is expensive. I'm fine with waiting a little while until others get nationalism themselves. And yes, I did fight another war against England in order to get a few more provinces, plus a bunch of cash off of them. It's very easy to tell that the maximum amount of war score you can get from battles is 50. Thanks to this. But yes, I've been teching up, so I am actually fairly well ahead, and generally further ahead than England. Though, not by much. Literally one tech level more in total than they do. My income was doing great, so that will change. That will change very dramatically for the next few years, at least until corruption manages to get back down to a proper level. And all my conquests have put me at second power in the world. And apparently spots 7 and 8 are continuing to be less and less competitive, to put it succinctly. But I am the single country with the most institutions. Okay. The reformed Eastern Roman Empire has more, but yeah. Well, it has an equal amount, but that's not really important, is it? But yes, I am ranked 2 great power. Although England has more due to sheer value of their own development. They have 80% more development, and that's ignoring their subjects, which have almost twice as much as their own development. It's just goes to show how much raw power they have. Yeah, economically speaking. Militarily, they're not exactly amazing, since I can win any fight with them with even numbers, simply because they haven't been taking... Yeah, they went quantity ideas, and they haven't even finished it. Same with logistics ideas. Yeah, they really are a bit low when it comes to military points, because they're a bit behind on Militech too. I think they spend too many points on recruitment rather than anything actually useful. I've also started working with fabricating claims again, so that... Yeah, look at the sheer amount of dev these provinces have. It's a huge amount of population in there, and if I can take advantage of it, yeah. Although it will be difficult to do so because I've not had the money or the labor to be able to really work on anything other than maybe expanding garrisons inside the capital. I'm probably looking to expanding pathing too. And possibly the capital itself, which will further improve communication. But the garrisons are because it reduces training cost. Maximum rank is minus 25%, which is great because I don't spend nearly as much on the garrisons as I do on training. Even in here, yeah. Yeah, there's really nothing else outside of it. Yeah, okay, and... Oh, I picked up logistics ideas, and I've swapped out centralized the state with the postal service. I'm still maintaining enforced religious law in order to try to get more provinces converted. It's slow going, but it will help with long-term stability. Although religious unity remains over 100 thanks to divide and convert. So that's at least not an issue. Ah, so that I don't have... There are no heretical beliefs. Every other belief is heathen. Oh, I can choose a syncretic faith. No, I'm not syncretizing any of those. Those benefits are terrible. I prefer to stick with these. Even if there are no heretics. Anyway, I think I have gone on long enough. Yes, I kind of have, so... yeah, that's something I actually want to do for now, so... Honestly, I am continuously torn between trying to reform and taking advantage of the English. Because I can win battles, and that definitely will remain for as long as they don't have a head of time bonus in military technology. Which they don't. Like I said, they seem to be lacking mill points. I can only keep going for something. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.